Hey everyone, so I'm back here with another video. This time around I have another collection to share with you guys, and as you can tell by the title of this video, you'll know that I'm doing my NES collection again. It's been a little while since I last did an update of my NES collection. I haven't added many games, but I have added a couple games since the last set of videos, so I thought, why not go for it right now. Now, originally today I was going to do a room tour video to show off just my stuff in general, but it's not really going to happen today because I still have too much that hasn't been put away. So I want to make sure that everything is sort of perfect and organized before I go ahead and do a room tour. And one of the reasons is because you can see right behind me there, I have a sort of plastic drawer thing full of comics that still need to be organized, and honestly they're all over the floor right now, so just really wouldn't make sense to do a room tour video right now. But there should be one coming up in the next few weeks, so just look out for that. But without further ado, let's get to my NES collection. Now, in this first video, I'm going to be looking at my boxed NES games. Some of these might be missing a manual here or there, but for the most part they are complete, and so let's get to it. In alphabetical order, first up is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Have not played this all that much, but there are some pretty interesting side-scrolling platforming sections in this game that are okay at moments, but not very forgiving. Next game is All Pro Basketball, just a pretty generic basketball game, especially for the NES. After that is Al Unser Jr. Turbo Racing. I have not played this version of it, but there is also a Al Unser Jr. Turbo Racing game on the Super Nintendo, which I have played. I do kind of like that one, but can't say much for this one here. After that is Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. I have not played this Castlevania as much. I have played some of it, and it's okay. It's a little difficult for me, but I've been playing Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo, and that one is a little bit easier for me, at least. Moving on from that is a game that many retro video game collectors should know about, but many probably haven't even put that much time into playing this game because it's kind of a difficult mess to actually play. The game that I'm talking about is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think this one here is missing the manual, but the box is in fairly good condition. Yeah, missing the manual on that one, I believe. Nope, got the manual for that one as well. So that one there is complete and in pretty good condition. And of course, that makeup on this guy is just terrible, like subpar Halloween makeup. Next game here is another sort of NES classic that a lot of people remember being difficult, but I mean, it has its moments that it is difficult, but then at other moments still kind of fun. It's Fester's Quest, and of course, weird, pale Fester with red lips just looks kind of weird, but definitely like that I do have that. Moving on from there is Final Fantasy, and this one I do have in a box protector because the box on it is pretty much falling apart, if you can see it there. I have the manual, but I do not think that I have the map for it. It was supposed to come with a map as well, but yeah, very happy to have that. I did have the game on its own before I found this version here with the box and manual, so I ended up keeping the copy that I had before because I had been playing it, and I just put it in this box, and then I sold off the one that was in this box originally. Moving on from there is The Legend of Kage. It's an okay side-scroller, but really not that fun. There have been other games in this series. I think there was one that came out on the DS as well. So there are other options for playing a similar game. This one here, just not that fun. Moving on from that is another RPG, a very classic and nostalgic game for many people. It's The Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda, but this is the classic series version of it, so the re-release that came out in the early to mid-90s, that was on a gray cartridge instead of a gold cartridge. And the only sort of downside to this is that it is missing the map, but it does have the guide with it, and the back of the box is sort of ripped up a little bit, but otherwise it's in very good condition. Moving on from there, we have the Quattro Adventure 4-in-1 cartridge featuring Boomerang Kid, Super Robin Hood, Treasure Island Dizzy, and Linus Spacehead. And this is just pretty much a collection of action platformers, and it's okay at moments. Like Linus Spacehead I did like, but the rest of them just don't really care. Next is Shingen the Ruler, or Shingen the Ruler. It's a strategy game, but strategy games on the NES, for the most part, not that enjoyable. Moving on from that is a game that's kind of like, God, I'm forgetting the name of it right now. I hate that I'm forgetting the name of it right now because it's a series I like, Metal Slug. Kind of like Metal Slug and somewhat enjoyable at moments. It's Silkworm. And after that we have, of course, major classic, game that I was very happy to find for very cheap. I think I ended up paying like $2 or $3 for this from a Salvation Army. It's Super Mario Bros. 3, complete in the box, and in very, very, very good condition. Second last game here that I'm going to show you guys in this first video of my updated NES collection is another sports game, but this one here is, at least for me, somewhat more enjoyable than, say, like the basketball game that I showed you guys just before. It's Super Spike V-Ball. I do like volleyball, and especially in video game form, volleyball and tennis, I really like playing those kinds of games. But any other sports, just not really for me. The last game is definitely a classic, a game that everybody should have, especially on the Game Boy. Everybody should really have this game on the Game Boy, but it has been ported to just about anything, really. It's even available on cell phones, smartphones, I think calculators, like, it's on almost everything. I think the only other game that's as prevalent, I suppose, as this is the original Donkey Kong game. It is Tetris, and this one here, I did also grab that when I got the Super Mario Bros. 3, so I was very happy to find that. And, I mean, Tetris is a classic. As simple as the game is, it's always going to be enjoyable to play. Even when you lose, you pretty much know that, like, it was fair. It's one of those games that you could get mad while playing it, but at the end of the day, you're not really going to be all that mad because it's a pretty fair game, even though it is really difficult in the higher levels. But that's it. That's the end of my part 1 of my updated NES collection. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put it in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.